the DrumDial, an amazing little tool that helps you get your drums in tune. What's up everybody, Jared Foils here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you are probably using the DrumDial wrong, and that includes you, Steve from DrumDial. Okay, so first, what is the DrumDial? Well, it's a handy little device that measures tympanic pressure placed on the drum head. It even gives you a little numeric value to help you achieve a consistent drum tune. It is a device that I highly recommend as long as you know how to use it. Okay, so how do you know your drums are in tune? I'm gonna put this down. Well, you hit them. If your drums have a vibrato, they're out of tune. They're supposed to just be a consistent boom, not boom, 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 boom. If your heads are all dented up and it doesn't resonate as much, it's just a dead head and it needs to be replaced. But if your heads aren't dented up and it still doesn't resonate as much as you'd like, stick around, we're going to cover that. But hold on, don't go grabbing your drum key and start turning lugs anecdotally thinking you can fix it. That's where the DrumDial comes in. But I'm going to show you how to use it properly, and as stated at the beginning of this video, Steve from DrumDial, pay attention. Okay, so tuning is all subjective. Sometimes you want your batter head different than your reso head, but for maximum sustain, you want your heads to match the shell of the drum. You want the drum in tune with itself, but how do you achieve that? This is where I say Steve from DrumDial is doing it wrong. In their demo videos, he just gives you an anecdotal value to tune your drums to. He just says, oh, tune it to 75 or so and you're good to go. There's even this little handy guide included in your DrumDial that tells you the same stuff, like, you know, for a batter 2-ply, tune your drum to 78 to 83. But I'm going to show you how to really dial it in. You see what I did there? You know, the DrumDial and the way we do this is with a little bit of tap tuning, but we're also going to tap on the shell itself. This is what I like to call the John Good approach. John Good is the VP of DW Drums and is, in my opinion, the sole reason why I would pay $5,000 for a 5-piece DW kit. DW designs their shells with the intention of the wood producing a note. They even tell you that note inside the shell, giving you a framework. And this is true of all drums, whether it be poplar, birch, maple, babinga, hell, even steel and aluminum have their own tones. It's just that those tones, those notes, might not be exact, and if it's not a DW drum, then it's not on purpose. It's just a coincidence. Okay, with all that explanation out of the way, let's get started. First, take off both heads. We're going to get that shell timber. I'm using a Tama mahogany shell, and what you want to do is use a soft mallet to strike the shell without denting it. And since I don't have soft mallets, what I like to do is use a cymbal felt on a stick. Shout out to R. David R. for this drum hack, because I would have never considered this until then. So you take the shell and you just strike it. Now, if you have perfect pitch, you could probably figure this out pretty easily. I, however, do not have perfect pitch, So I will be using my DAW's tuning or chromatic tuner to figure out the tone of this shell. Okay, so it looks like that's a D sharp. Now, it's going to differ on your drums. It's going to differ between size, thickness, material, even design. All play a factor into what the note that your drums produce. And I think that's part of why it's weird to hear DrumDial say, hey, just tune your drums to 75 and you're good to go. Because it's not really something that they're taking into consideration. But we're going to start right now with the reso head. We're going to get this reso head to a D sharp. If you don't have perfect pitch, don't feel like you're a lesser musician. Don't let your ego get in the way. Use a chromatic tuner or a tune bot to help. Okay, I think we got it. I think that's pretty close to where it needs to be. And so what you're going to do next is you're going to take your DrumDial and you're going to put it in the middle of the drum head. And what that's going to do is give you the tympanic pressure of the overall tympanic pressure of the head. And it looks like we got a reading of 73. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around each lug and we're going to dial that into 73. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's a good D sharp right there. Repeat this process for the batter head, but you'll need to heavily dampen the reso head to prevent sonic interference. Okay, now that you've got those numbers, take your little sheet provided by DrumDial, and on the back, you can write in what those numbers are. This is now your little cheat sheet for whenever you have to replace heads. You could do it really quickly, tune them right up. Okay, and so now let's address the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that I'm in a different room. Well, I was setting up for one of the final shots of this video. My light decided to faceplant into the floor, breaking every bulb, and so this is now the next day. I'm back at home, and yeah. So that's always fun. Like I said, the DrumDial is an amazing device. You can even use it on mesh heads on E-drums, which is a little bit easier because it's not like you're trying to match tones. You're just going for a specific head tension. And that's a good thing too, because those heads are really expensive and you want those to last longer anyway. Thanks so much for watching, and if you made it this far, let me know that you liked the video by clicking that like button. Or you can leave me a comment letting me know how much you hated this video. Consider subscribing to me here and following me on Twitch. I stream every Wednesday and Sunday. And as always, have fun drumming.